It's another beautiful day here at the Family Enrichment Hub with Miss Stella, your regular host, and I have the honor to welcome you and to introduce you to another series that we are going to be sharing on today. Today we are going to be speaking about the influence we have as parents on the lives and behavior of our children. I recently listened into a teaching by Pastor Julius Rotlonyo of Watoto Church, and he was speaking on intentional parenting. And what struck me in that teaching was, it's not so much what you say, but what children see in you. Your non-verbal actions scream louder than your words in the life of your kids. And so on that note, friends, allow me share a personal story with us. I recently entered an arrangement where I employed a relative in my stationery shop in Banda. And this relative was highly recommended by our network of friends and family. And in the beginning, he did an incredible job. I was very proud of him. However, along the way, the unfortunate happened. He engineered a fraud, which caused me a huge financial loss at the shop. And when I sat back and tried to make sense of this ugly scenario, it hit me that this relative is coming from a family where stealing, where crime is not new to them. It is their normal way of life. It comes so easily for them. They are in and out of the police cells. They are always engaged in different kinds of criminal activities. And so it wasn't such a strange thing that this had actually happened to me in my own shop. I also happened to watch a program on one of the television stations in the recent past where the police caught a family. And what was the crime of this family? They were engaged in witchcraft and cannibalism. So while the police was interrogating them, and finally they came to the children and asked the children why they got and how they got involved in these activities. The children said very innocently, we were introduced to this by our parents. We do what our parents show us and what our parents taught us. And so friends, on that backdrop, I want to bring it closer home to those of us who are raising families, who are having children that we are raising. We are living with relatives in our home. We are living with domestic workers in our home. Friends, I want to ask us a simple question. How are we treating those people that we are living with in our families? The way we are treating those people, the way we are loving them, the way we are caring for them, or otherwise, is exactly what our children are watching, and they are going to replicate that in their own families. How are we taking care of our elderly parents? Do we do it with a sense of love? Do we do it with a sense of responsibility? Do we do it with a sense of gratitude within us? Do we do it with an appreciation that one day, when we are also in the same elderly bracket, what we have done to our parents is exactly what our children will do to us. Friends, on that note, I want to share with us an ugly incident I found myself in. In one of the schools where our children study, we are not allowed to carry food on visitation days. And so, as a parent, normally when I go for the visitation days, I find a way to smuggle in food. Until one time, I felt a sense of guilt within me and said, what I'm doing is not right. I need to stop this. And on one particular visitation day, when I went for the children's visitation day, I didn't carry food. So they were all concerned why I hadn't carried food on that particular VD. And I humbly told them that I was sorry for what I had been doing. What I was doing was against the school rules. and I was not being a good example to my children. And so I helped them to understand that what I do as their parent, eventually when they do it, I would have lost moral authority to be able to rebuke them. And so with a lot of humility and gratitude, I stopped that behavior. And I do not do that again, because I don't want to be the parent who is raising children who tomorrow, when they are caught in similar scenarios of smuggling in unwanted items in school, how will I rebuke them? I also want to share with us a story that I was told by a dear friend of mine. And this friend said that there was a family where there were elderly parents. And these elderly parents were not well taken care of by their children. And one of the children was watching, a grandchild to the elderly parents, was watching how his parents were treating the grandparents. And one day, with a lot of anger and sadness, this child stood up and told the father, "The way you're treating my grandparents is the same way I will treat you when you grow old." Friends, long story short, this child went on to do exactly what he told the father. And today, he is not concerned. He is not bothered about the welfare and the well-being of his parents. Why? Because he saw what his parents did and he learned. And so he's only replicating what he saw his parents do within his family. Dear friends, I want to conclude by drawing our attention to the book of Joshua, chapter 24, verse 15, for those of us who are Bible readers. Joshua was leading the children of Israel into the promised land. And with a lot of rebellion from the children, he stood up one day and told them, "You are going to choose today whom you will serve. But as for me and my household, we are going to serve the Lord." Friends, just as Joshua in the Bible put it to the children that they have to make a decision, in the same way, all of us who are raising families, we have to take a decision on what kind of behaviors we are living out in our families, what kind of mannerisms we are transferring to our children, what kind of behaviors our children are going to replicate in their own lives. In my own family, where I come from, my maiden home, with all humility, I am proud to say that it is a generous family, it is a kind family, and it is a family of very sincere people. And so my desire as a parent is to see that these virtues which I learned from my family are replicated in my children's lives. I would love to see my children living lives of generosity, living lives of kindness, living lives of sincerity. Choose you this day as a family the virtues you're going to live by, because the virtues that you live by are the virtues that your children are going to pick on, and they will live in their own adult lives. Thank you, friends, for listening in today. I encourage us to subscribe to our channel, to like our channel, and to click on the notification bell so that you're able to receive real-time updates every time we upload a new video. Thank you so much, and God bless us as we intentionally raise our families and use them to transform our societies. God bless you. Bye.